Today's sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the London Black Knights. Twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
They'll take over first and 2 at their own 18.
In motion left comes Brown. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's got some space here. And all the way in for the touchdown.
Well, this has been a pick-squad offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Austin from the gun on 3rd down. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. Now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the 2nd round. And certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. Looking for Andrews downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Seahawks will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, fatal last words every time we hear that. Things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They're going to run a little pop pass here. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker, 53 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run. Right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
19 tight, 19 tight.
The man in motion is Brown. Play action. Here's Hurts. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They go play action with Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Buffalo 18. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Here's Hurts to throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Austin. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards to pick up there.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Austin steps away to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Austin out to his left. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now Austin looking to throw on second down. Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Mustang 19. Back to 60.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. This one caught left side by Cooper. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. 95 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Hurts sets up to throw it. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. He's got the first down and more. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. 38 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs. And the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Up the middle with Barkley. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Throwing is Hurts. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Hurts. And this is caught at the 8. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Black Knights have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Now it's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Austin. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Off the RPO, he completes it. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Austin. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. Up to the 20. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And some room to run now. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll set up a throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And Let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year, so figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
In motion left is Watkins.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Check it.
They'll look to throw here. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Black Knights go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Back to throw is Austin. A final shot before break. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Second down, here's Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Austin. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up fourth.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
They'll send Rodgers in motion right. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Trap 50, trap 50. Really good, really good. 79 Broncos.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Barkley, inside handoff. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller tracks him down away in the backfield for a loss of 16. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
And this one is right down the middle. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's 2nd and 10. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
It certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
A handoff to Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 22, Hurts will get this out to Barkley, complete. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Black Knights continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
It feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Austin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Boy, 184 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round. And there to make the tackle, Jonathan Abram.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
On third down, Barkley. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and the lead will remain at 23. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Austin under pressure, and down he goes. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Austin throwing on 3rd and long. Pass pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And incomplete on the deep ball. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. And touchdown! Quez Watkins, 44 yards. And the Black Knights are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Do not give it to 22.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Austin now, off play action. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Walker now on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw. Austin. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He's got a man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 32 on the play.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. In motion left is Rodgers. Here's Austin on 1st down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marginal yardage against them.
Henry will score. Touchdown, Seattle. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit, because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe eat. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, I don't want to take too much away from his performance throwing the football. He's got the 4 touchdown passes, but this now a 2nd interception of the ball game.
And partner, part of what's gotten him the 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness borders with recklessness, and the latter just occurred.
Now Austin on 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, 45 yards. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
When you moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing These color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
After the sack on first down, Hurts. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Big. Match. Cut 19. 60 average. 19 tight.
In motion, the tight end. But first down, Hurts. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
18 rattlers.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
60 Bison. Cougar 19.
They'll look to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Black Knights up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, They were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Austin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Ready?
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I'll tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. The one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a 1st down. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Hurt. Buffalo 18. 70 Rangers.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Pass to 60.
It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Come on.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Viking 18. Hawk 70. Ready.
Another try for Barkley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Back to throw is Austin. Throwing on first down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.